problems you can't fix, no matter how hard you try. Naomi wanted to be a professional ballerina her whole life, and she did a lot to achieve that dream, but it wasn't enough.
I see. These kinds of things are tough indeed. You can't do or say anything that would help in any way. Why did she come? Just to scold you?
At first, yeah, I think so. But during the conversation, I offered to compose a bouquet in order to get her interested in flowers. And I composed one that showed Naomi the way I see her.
She didn't like it, did she?
No, but she took the bouquet anyway. Maybe she'll come to like it eventually.
Let's hope so. But don't blame yourself if it doesn't happen. We pick flowers for people to help them communicate, to express something that's difficult to say with words. But communication is not just speaking, it's also listening. If Naomi isn't listening to her best friend, then perhaps she's forgotten how to listen to herself as well. In that case, there is nothing we can do. It is a challenge she will have to face on her own.
I want things to get better for her so much. Grandpa, can I ask you something?
Of course, why not? Ask away.
Did you ever experience anything similar? An event you regret greatly? You know everything about me, but I barely know anything about you. Grandpa. Are you all right?
Yes, I was just thinking about your question. I try to think about my mistakes, only to the point where I understand why I made them. Whatever has happened in my life, I've always found a solution. It hasn't always been a good one, but still, God loves me, Hanako. Hence, I believe that anything bad happening to me is a lesson. It's not intended to hurt me. Amari gave me good advice once.
Really? I thought you were the only one giving advice to everybody. And what did he say?
Oh, you're gonna love this. Ahsoka, be like a rake. If someone steps on you, get up and whack him in the face.
That's good advice. I need to remember it.
Yeah, it's a rare case when Amari actually said something profound. Just don't tell him I said that. He'll get offended.
Your secret is safe with me, Mr. Ahsoka.
Then I'm at peace. All right, it's time to rest. Sweet dreams, dear.
Good night, Grandpa. May you dream about a huge sunflower field. I wish you were feeling better, Miss Naomi. Be like a rake. Now that's good advice.
Salutations, Hanako.
Good day to you, Mr. Fujioka. Please, come in.
Hanako, today I'm here as a secret undercover agent. The girls are up to something, and I agreed to help them.
Wow, sounds intriguing. Please tell me.
Remember Yusuke Aragawa and Yuka Noya?
The couple nicknamed Aranoya?
Yep, that's them.
I remember. The most popular couple, always the talk of the whole school. A rebel musician and a free-spirited gal who dreams of becoming a model. Worthy of a soap opera.
Oh, Hanako, we already have that and more. Those two regularly turn the whole school upside down.
What was it this time?
The school year was almost over, and during one of the last lessons before the break, they had a fight right in the middle of my class. Suddenly, they jumped out of their seats and started yelling at each other.
I tried to calm them down, and at first it seemed to work, but in the end, my lesson plan still went to hell. The students were more interested in the spectacle than in the subjects I was supposed to teach them. They kept shooting glances at Yuka and Yusuke, which riled them up. They blew up again, and this time things got so intense I didn't just fail to calm them down. I don't think anyone even heard me over all the yelling. My students ran out of the classroom. The ruckus attracted the others, and before I knew it, there was a crowd in the hallway.
Huh? Uh-oh. As much as Aranoya loved to make trouble, their escapades never went this far. I wonder what's gotten into them.
You should have seen them insulting each other. Shivers down the spine. I couldn't believe our students knew such words. Disgusting.
I feel bad that this happened at my beloved Kunikita school. I always wanted the other students to have a school life like the one I had, vibrant and comfy. The worst thing that happened to me in all my school years was when I accidentally got hit on the head with a football. There were some failed math tests too.
Oh yes, can't forget that. Your disdain for math has been brought up a few times in the teacher's room. More in a light-hearted way, though.
Hey, I love math. It's just that the feeling isn't mutual.
Well said. Everybody has a school subject they struggle with, after all. Thankfully, you didn't cause any trouble, and the teachers never complained about you. Aranoya, on the other hand, sometimes I'm surprised they haven't ditched school and just run away from home, and society in general. Then again, it's still in the cards.
What do you mean, Mr. Fujioka?
Only the head teacher was able to break up the fight between those lovebirds. My gratitude goes to him. The students returned to their classrooms and went about their day, as if the fight they had just witnessed had already been forgotten.
I thought it was over, but oh, was I wrong. One day, Nagiko came up to me after class and said that Yuka and Yusuke were going to quit school so they wouldn't have to breathe the same air.
How did she come to know this?
Remember the famous Aranoya fan club?
Yes. Oh, so Nagiko is in it?
Yup, and so is Eno, turns out.
But Eno is such a quiet girl. I had no idea she'd be into something like that.
When Nagiko brought Eno with her the next day to talk about the plan to save Aranoya and the fan club, I was just as surprised.
Aha! So that's what they're up to.
Yes, which finally brings us to what I wanted to tell you.
Since Eno and Nagiko are in the fan club, they understand this conflict better than I or any other teacher would. Yuka got on Yusuke's case about him spending a lot of time with Arisugawa Sachiko, a young violinist who's been the talk of the school lately.
But then Yusuke found out that Yuka went to a photo shoot. It was conducted by a man, some former big shot in women's photography. Since the photographer only works with women, doesn't have a family, and the photos still haven't been released, Yusuke assumes the pictures may have been indecent.
So there was a serious reason for their fight after all. They're troublemakers, but they've always been together, seemingly happy. It would be such a shame if their relationship fell apart like this.
Then I have good news. You can do something about it. That is, should you decide to take part in our little scheme.
Bring it on. Just tell me what I need to do.
Eno and Nagiko seem to know Yuka well enough. They told me the girl is actually quite the romantic.
Also, they appreciated the beauty of the bouquets you made for me. They asked me to get flowers for Yuka. They'll make it look like a gift from Yusuke, but he'll have no idea.
Won't they just get more angry if they find out it's a ruse?
Such a possibility exists. It would be foolish to deny it. Still, even if they find out, a gesture like that from their fans may bring the two closer. They may realize they're better off together than if they break up. If Yuka doesn't accept our flowers, Yusuke may give her another bouquet himself.
Yikes! I feel really uneasy, Mr. Fujioka. But, fine. It's time to save those rascals.
I'm counting on you.
Here you go.
Thank you, Hanako. It's nice to know I can always rely on you.
Certainly.
Seems it's my turn to worry. You know, as a teacher, I probably shouldn't get involved in my students' intrigues, and yet I feel compelled to do so. I just can't sit on my hands, damn it.
I'm with you there, Mr. Fujioka. You always loved your students. You did everything you could to help them grow up to be decent people. It's clear to me now that I've finished school. You got in hot water for that Eno incident. You went out of your way to help Nagiko, and now you're jumping at the chance to save Aranoya. You're a good person, and it shows. Of course, teachers and students should maintain a certain distance. They can't be equals. But distance doesn't mean indifference. You, Mr. Fujioka, are the most caring teacher I know.
Thank you for your understanding, Hanako. I should have been happy to hear that, but for some reason I got sad. Perhaps Yusuke and Yuka's talk about leaving the school is what's getting to me. They're kids, and even adults can say all sorts of things in the heat of the moment, so I shouldn't take it so seriously. But you know how they are. Sometimes the silliest things they say end up true. I want them to succeed. I love my students and would never wish them ill. I wouldn't dream of hindering them on their path to greatness. And if music and fashion is their way, that's just fine. Nobody's stopping them. But the two of them are convinced that evil teachers are out to get them. As if we envy their success and fear losing our jobs, because the whole school would shut down if it's a few students short. Their parents and us, their teachers, we just want them to finish school and have an education. It's fine if they end up not needing it. Otherwise, if they chance their lives in something uncertain and don't win, they'll have nothing to fall back on. And it doesn't end there. Considering how popular they are at school, I wouldn't be surprised if their fans follow them out the door.
Mr. Fujioka, you show great care for your students. They trusted you, and you didn't let them down. Now, it's time for you to trust them. If Eno and Nagiko really know Yuka and Yusuke, their plan might work. They wouldn't suggest something completely hopeless.
You're right. You know, I think in every person's life comes a time when they realize that reality isn't what they expected it to be. I always wanted to be a teacher. To me, this profession seemed special, but I had no idea what it really was as it turned out. Introducing new people to an enormous, incomprehensible world, shaping the mind of a new generation. There's something poetic about it.
I thought of school as a greenhouse where any conflict could be resolved by the teachers. Just be fair, but also kind, and have authority among the students for your knowledge and experience.
It seems true to some extent, but now I think school is more like a foreword to adult life. It's more important that the children like it, or they won't expect anything good from the future. They'll end up disappointed in the school, or worse, disillusioned with themselves.
You can do it, I promise.
I'll do my best. It's not like everything depends on me. I just have to deliver the flowers to the girls, and the rest is up to them. Well, time to go. Goodbye, Hanako.
Goodbye, Mr. Fujioka. Take care.
Careful, ma'am. There's a threshold.
It's okay, Bertha. Lift the front wheels a little. The rear ones will roll over.
Hello, welcome to. Oh, do you need a hand?
Thank you, but you needn't worry. I feel great. It's just my legs. They won't listen to me at this age.
Okay. What brings you to our flower shop?
Mrs. Ayano liked your bouquet so much that...
Bertha, I'm still capable of speaking for myself. My legs don't affect what I have to say. Lately, I've been hearing a lot about your shop and how skilled you are. Bertha spoke very highly of you, and after seeing the bouquets, I completely agree.
I'm glad you liked it. It was fun working on this order.
Bertha is too easily impressed.
Goodness gracious, ma'am.
But when she didn't step outside our private library for an entire evening, and then asked if we had any books on the language of flowers, I realized something serious must have happened. So I made the decision to see this something with my own eyes, or rather, someone.
And there's so much worth seeing, Mrs. Ayano. Such a lovely shop. Look how tidy and pretty everything is.
I try to keep up with my flowers.
I also wanted to learn your name, so I would know whom to recommend to my friends. Bertha got so flustered when she realized she hadn't asked your name.
Oh, I'm a worthless babbler. A gas bag.
Bertha, how many times have I told you not to beat yourself up over nothing?
It's okay. My name is Asaoka Hanako.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Hanako.
Me too, of course.
A lovely place indeed. The best part is the soft scent of flowers that permeates the air. One aroma doesn't overpower another. Oh, and all the plants give their best. My housekeeper worked on a farm in her youth. That much I've known. But it's only now that Bertha told me about her dream of having her own garden and flower shop. I hadn't given it that much thought before.
Just my fantasies.
Bertha! But that was your dream too, was it not, Miss Hanako? To gather flowers, run your own shop, and make bouquets to your customers' tastes? Or was there something else?
Yes, that's my dream. To spend my life among flowers, to do what I love doing, and to never regret a day in my life. I was very lucky to have my dream come true.
Indeed, at your age, few can boast having fulfilled all their dreams and being content with everything they have. It's as if this is your destiny. I hope your work will continue to thrive. It seems I'm the only one yet to reveal one's most cherished dream. I suppose it would be unfair if I didn't.
I always thought you wanted to inherit your father's shipping company and grow it. Do you have another dream? You didn't tell me.
The shipping company? I think I've heard about it. It's owned by one of our town's oldest families, isn't it? Their box ships go all around the world and bring us goods from distant countries.
If you continue telling this story instead of me, I fear you'll miss out on certain parts of it. It's true. Eventually I took over the reins of my father's company and, according to some, was quite successful. But when I was young, I was interested in other things, not entrepreneurship. With my entire being, I yearned to serve as a Navy officer, just like my great-grandfather.
Navy officer?
Of course. Maritime warfare is what made our bloodline famous, not commerce. My father wasn't fortunate enough to have sons. Not that it mattered. Both my father and his father preferred the smell of ink to that of gunpowder, accounting books to captain's chevrons. Back then, I was convinced they were just cowards, that they simply lacked the courage to live up to our ancestral calling. I was so ignorant. In any case, I decided that reviving our family's ideals was my purpose. With appropriate preparations, I left our manor for the Naval Academy in the big city. It's not far from here, actually.
You actually managed to get into the Naval Academy?
Do they really accept women in the Navy? Let alone for combat?
Even today, it's treated with disapproval. Nonetheless, it's not officially forbidden and never was. I knew naval theory, but I still wouldn't have passed the entrance exam. My great-grandfather's name turned the tide. He was a renowned hero, after all. There was a very young professor in the exam committee, only a few years older than me. When he heard my name and my perfect answer, he personally vouched for me and swore that if I failed and was expelled from the academy, he would walk out the door right after me.
What a brave lad.
He admired my great-grandfather's exploits and believed I got my determination and commitment from him. You could say that, in a sense, he admired me as well. He supported me on many more occasions. The exam was only the first challenge. I only studied in the academy for 1.5 years.
That's a shame. But why? Was it too difficult? Or did you lose interest?
Neither. It was bad news from home. My father was already getting on in years when I was born, and he didn't get any healthier as he aged. In the short time I was gone, he practically stopped getting up from his chair.
Same illness as yours, ma'am?
Yes, he could no longer take care of everything himself. My mother loved him and always cared for him. So, yes, at home he wasn't on his own, but there was nobody to manage his maritime business. So I dropped out of the academy, returned home, and took over his duties. Just a few at first, but eventually all of them. I ended up finishing in economics college by correspondence instead of the Maritime Academy. I only saw ships when I was waiting for my captains at the pier.
What about your friend, the professor who vouched for you? Did he get fired after all?
That would have been an utter disgrace. No, he remained. After all, the circumstances have changed. Don't think it's only heartless jarheads serving in the Navy. We stayed good friends. In fact, we still write to each other. Now picture this, an elderly man, a well-respected professor. But in those letters, he's still the same daring lad as 50 years ago. At first, he was really upset and worried about me.
Oh, of course. You didn't manage to fulfill your purpose.
Who knows? After all, Father was proud of me and was grateful. I saved the family business. I have a great son and granddaughter, although they moved away and I don't see them much. I helped them get on their feet and didn't end up burdening them. I've also helped a lot of people I met in my business. I don't think I'd have any of this if I'd spent my life in the Navy.
And your cozy manor would have been left empty, right?
Even in my business, not everything can be calculated, even more so in life. Things don't always go as planned. This does not mean you should give up and deny yourself happiness after one more setback. Life is boundless. It can't be encompassed by human judgment, and there's a place in it for every decent person. Now that there are no more secrets between us, Miss Hanako, I'd like to order a bouquet.
For your son and granddaughter, I presume?
Oh, no. As kind and as smart as they are, I can't imagine they'd ever understand such a gesture. I intend to send it to the professor from the Naval Academy I told you about. He's sure to remember what flowers meant to my great-grandfather. and it would be a nice surprise for him.
Oh, I see that you're still good friends. What exactly do you want to say to him?
Above all, I want to express that I respect him as much today as I did on that exam day. I am deeply grateful to him for his support during and after my studies. He was the first to realize that my life was far from over, and he helped me see that. I'm grateful that he didn't view my dream as just a girl's whim. He inspired me during difficult times. I'm glad our connection hasn't faded away, and I miss the times when we could see each other more often. I guess I want to say all the things that are supposed to be said to senior comrades and mentors. It's a shame I can't do it in person now.
You described everything clearly. I'll get the right flowers in no time. No, it's not right. Something is off. What if I replaced this flower with... Here you go, your bouquet.
I'll get that, ma'am.
So you would push the wheelchair and carry the flowers at the same time? Bertha, you only have 2 hands. Being a good housekeeper doesn't mean doing the impossible. Besides, I want to take a good look at them on the way to the post office.
Mrs. Ayano decided to send the flowers by express courier so they wouldn't wilt in transit. Great idea.
Oh, right. You're sending them by mail. Oh, hold on. I gotta prepare something.
Oh, don't worry, Miss Hanako. I already took care of everything. The wooden box, the water, and some moss. We got the box to the post office ahead of time. I did manage to remember something about flowers. It should work.
May people always smile with you. May your destiny be fulfilled.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Miss Hanako. I didn't miss anything, did I? When preparing the box?
That's all for today, my sweet flower shop. I will go rest, and you should as well.